In addition to an incredible variety of two-legged residents, Arizona is home to many interesting furred, feathered, and scaled creatures. And like the human inhabitants, each critter has its own preferences for what it likes to eat, where it likes to live, and what it likes to do when the sun goes down. One that definitely prefers moonlight to sunlight is the Mexican spotted owl. Using the cover of darkness, this owl moves from tree to tree, pausing to look and listen for prey. It will spend minutes, even hours, waiting for its dinner to venture near. And when some tasty morsel comes within range, look out. The owl swoops down and grabs the unlucky creature with its talons, flying away with its evening meal. The mysterious and beautiful Mexican spotted owl, whose scientific name Strix occidentalis lucida, also known as the owl of the West, is found from southern Utah and Colorado through the mountains of Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas, southward into the mountains of central Mexico. Nearly 90% of known owl territories exist on Forest Service lands in Arizona and New Mexico. The spotted owl is closely tied to old-growth, multi-layer forests for the nest and roost sites that it prefers, as well as the prey animals that live in this habitat. Typically found at elevations ranging from 4,100 to 9,000 feet, the owls nest in steep canyons with dense stands of large ponderosa pine or pinyon juniper with Douglas fir, with high canopy closure and an open understory. They prefer the coolest part of the forest, often choosing nest trees on the northern or eastern facing slopes. Though fairly tame, Mexican spotted owls are secretive and most often roost in dense, hard-to-spot locations by day. In addition, their plumage, an ashy chestnut brown with white and brown spots on the abdomen, back, and head, helps them blend in with their surroundings. Their large, dark eyes help to distinguish them from other owl species, as well as giving them an air of mystery. Also notice that they do not have ear tufts and that their legs and feet are fully feathered. The Mexican spotted owl ranks among the largest owls in North America. It averages about 16 to 19 inches tall, with a wingspan of approximately 42 to 45 inches. Interestingly enough, the females are larger than the males and have similar markings. But the sexes can be readily identified by their distinctive voice, and in fact this species is much more often heard than seen. The Mexican spotted owl is generally a sedentary, year-round resident in its range, except in areas where harsh winters and snow force a move to lower elevations. Therefore, once a spotted owl is located, it can usually be found in the same area for many years, especially if prey remains plentiful. Included in the typical owl diet are rodents, birds, lizards, insects, and occasionally bats. The owls hunt from an hour after sunset until sunrise, using their excellent hearing and keen eyesight to locate prey. These perch and pounce predators make use of serrated edges on their flight feathers that allow them to fly silently and catch prey by surprise. They will sometimes hunt on the forest edge or in small clearings, but they generally avoid crossing clear cuts and openings. Like many other owls, spotted owls don't build nests, but instead occupy a suitable found site, such as an old hawk or raven nest, a cavity or broken top of a large tree, or a cave or cliff ledge. Males and females pair in March, with 2 to 4 eggs arriving by April. After the eggs hatch in early May, the female broods her young almost constantly. Initially, the young owlets are pure white. As they mature, their plumage turns to a buff brown with brown barring and some white spotting on the back. Eventually, they develop the white crown spotting and bolder overall colors of their parents. The young owls fledge, acquire the necessary wings for flying, by early to mid-June. But even before this, they begin to leave the nest by simply jumping onto nearby tree branches or the ground. As the summer progresses, the parents continue to feed the young owls until they disperse in the fall. But in spite of this parental care, less than 1/3 of young spotted owls survive. For those that do survive their first summer, they have the potential to live for about 17 years. But habitat loss and alteration caused by forest development and wildfires are continued threats to the Mexican spotted owl throughout its lifespan. In fact, the Mexican spotted owl has suffered such extensive population declines that there are only about 2,000 of them left in the U.S. To help protect the remaining spotted owls, biologists conduct surveys to determine if any are present in areas of potential construction. When Mexican spotted owls are found near a project, special steps are taken to minimize disruption of the bird's life cycle. For example, in Arizona, we don't allow construction activities near spotted owl habitat from March 1st through the end of August so that we don't disrupt the breeding season. We also design projects to limit the amount of disturbance to the vegetation. So take special care when you're working in known spotted owl habitat. And if you're lucky enough to catch a glimpse of this elusive creature or be in an area where you hear them at night, do not approach them or otherwise disturb them. Instead, immediately report it to the project biologist so that the necessary steps can be taken to protect this special creature, this owl of the West.